For those of you who love hitting the road and feeling the freedom on two wheels, but don't want to or can't spend a fortune, this video is for you. Today I'm going to show you a selection of good, affordable motorcycles for traveling, but that offer comfort and savings and that performance that makes any trip worthwhile. So, stay until the end, because in this video I might introduce you to your next road companion. Welcome to Motorplay channel if you're visiting for the first time. I am Amanda Pagliari and welcome to the most charming motorcycle channel in Brazil. Well, in today's list I included some new motorcycles and some used ones. The criteria are that they shouldn't be too expensive, not going over 35,000 reais, and of course that they have good performance for trips. So go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because the motorcycle you've been looking for to take that end of year trip might be right here in this video. CB500X first generation, the first recommendation in this video is a really solid one. A favorite among travelers, the first generation Honda CB500X was made from 2013 to 2017. This motorcycle is the perfect balance between comfort, performance and value for money. And the best part is, you can find good used units at very affordable prices these days, around 28, 30 or 32,000 reais. It uses the same twin-cylinder engine as the CB500F and CBR500R, producing about 50 horsepower at peak, which is more than enough to handle any trip without struggle, even with a passenger and luggage. Also, the engine runs smoothly and fuel consumption is about 25 kilometers per liter, which is reasonable for a 500. Another strength is the riding position. The high handlebars and wide seat make riding very comfortable, even during long hours of riding. The suspension, with a longer travel of 140 millimeters, helps a lot when the asphalt isn't that great, right? And let's be honest, that's pretty common on our roads, isn't it? Although it's been out for a decade, this generation of the CB500X already offered optional ABS brakes, digital dashboard and an adventurous look that still looks good to this day. It's one of those bikes you can ride all over the country without fear, spending little and with very simple maintenance. There's a video on this generation, the link is in the card and description. Go check out this old video from Mandinha. Mandinha from the Old Testament doesn't get scared. Next up is the Himalayan 450 motorcycle. And look, the new generation of the Himalayan has arrived completely revamped and with a brand new engine, but without losing that classic robust style that has always been the trademark of Royal Enfield. It comes equipped with a new Sherpa engine, a liquid-cooled single-cylinder with 452cc, delivering 40 horsepower at 8,000 revolutions per minute. That's a big jump compared to the old Himalayan 411 or 400, which had just 24 horsepower. In addition, its torque is 4 kgfm and it already reaches 5,500 revolutions per minute, which really helps when climbing hills, tackling dirt roads, or even making safer overtakes on the highway. All with that very linear and predictable behavior that Royal Enfield knows how to deliver. The Himalayan 450 has that off-road look, but you can rest assured it's also a super comfortable bike for traveling on asphalt. There's also a comfort seat option. The riding position is ergonomic, the seat is wide, and the suspension offers generous travel. Another surprising feature is the fully digital dashboard with connectivity, something you didn't see on the older Royal bikes. In my view, it's among the most complete dashboards available since it can mirror Google Maps on the display. Just remember, this dashboard was made. Tripper Dash technology was developed with Google. So it's really cool that you can even zoom in on the map or use it just like you would on your phone. So that's really cool with the free Royal Enfield app. Besides the LED headlight and the new chassis, which made the bike much more stable and even a little lighter. The new Himalaya 450 0 km is now available, shipping included. The dealership's final price is between 29 and 32,000 reais. What changes are the versions with spoked wheels, with and without inner tubes, as well as the different colors. For those who want a brand new adventure motorcycle ready to hit the road without fear, this is undoubtedly one of the best options available on the market. In fact, it is currently the best-selling mid-sized trail bike in the country. And of course, there's a full review video of this motorcycle covering the pros and cons, as well as a launch video. riding it out there on dirt, in hard off-road. I'll leave the link here in the card and also in the description. Go check it out later. Still talking about Indian brands, now let's talk about the Dominar 400. Bajaj's flagship is its top-selling motorcycle in Brazil. The Dominar is another Moto KM option for those who want a stylish and powerful road trip without spending a fortune. Unlike the Himalayan, the Dominar is more focused on-road, on asphalt. It's that bike that makes an entrance, robust, comfortable, and with an engine that can handle mile after mile without complaining. Even though it has 400 in its name, it's actually equipped with a single-cylinder 373cc engine, which delivers about 40 horsepower at 8,000 RPM and a maximum torque of 3.5 kgfm, which also ensures enough power for overtaking, climbing hills, and steeper stretches without having to push the bike too hard. Not to mention the 6-speed gearbox, which helps keep the engine revs lower at cruising speeds, saving fuel and making the ride smoother. The Dominar is also notably comfortable. The riding position is very upright, the seat is wide, and the front suspension, just like on the Himalaya, is inverted, absorbing bumps and road irregularities very well. Besides that, the Dominar is already prepared for those who really want to travel. It includes a windshield, handguards, factory luggage rack, and a sissy bar for the passenger. Its fuel tank isn't very big, only 13 liters of gasoline, but since it's a very fuel-efficient bike, doing about 30 to 32 km/h, the tank capacity doesn't become a problem. Its digital dashboard isn't the most complete in the world, but it has all the information you need. Speedometer, tachometer, fuel level, and gear indicator. The Dominar 400 features disc brakes on both wheels and ABS, providing safety in all situations. Oh, by the way, for those who don't know, I took a trip from Manaus to São Paulo. It was 16 days on the road, even through mud, guys, on the 319, the so-called Ghost Highway, there in Manaus. There's a complete playlist with the whole journey. It's really cool. If you haven't watched it yet, I'll leave the link to this playlist here and also in the video description. Now, let's set aside the brand new bikes for a bit and go back to the used ones with an excellent option, which is the second generation Suzuki V-Strom 650. This bike isn't new. It was sold from 2013 to 2018. But if you get one from a good previous owner, you won't have any headaches because the V-Strom is an extremely reliable bike. A tank on two wheels. Of all the bikes I've talked about so far, the V-Strom 650 is without a doubt the most well-prepared bike. Long trips, mainly because of its performance. With a big V-twin engine of 645cc delivering 70 horsepower and 6 kfm of torque, which means more than enough power to handle any situation. It's that kind of bike that won't give you a scare when overtaking, of course, as long as you do it responsibly. The V-Strom also has a 6-speed gearbox, which is very precise and makes the ride smooth, as well as helping with fuel efficiency. The bike's fuel consumption isn't great, but it's not bad either. It's average for its class, getting 18 to 24 kilometers per liter, depending on how you ride. But it compensates with a 20-liter tank capacity. The V-Strom features dual front discs and ABS on both wheels. A V-Strom from this generation typically sells for 30 to 35,000 reais depending on the year, which by today's price standards is an excellent value for money, isn't it? Have you ever owned or do you own a V-Strom? Write it down here below. Also tell us about the maintenance costs and the fuel consumption you get with it. The Transalp, a direct competitor to the V-Strom 650, is another motorcycle available in the same price range. Please don't confuse it with the new Transalp 750 from Honda, okay? That one is much more expensive. Even though it has a slightly bigger engine than the V-Strom, the Transalp delivers 10 less horsepower and has the same 6 kgfm of torque. But don't worry, even though it's a bit weaker, so to speak, it's just as robust and reliable. Not to mention its unique design, which still draws attention wherever it goes to this day. Its only flaw is that it has a transmission with just 5 gears. In terms of safety, the Transalp 700 comes equipped with disc brakes on both wheels with dual discs in the front, and it already had ABS as an option. Its dashboard combines analog and digital indicators showing the speedometer, tachometer, and fuel gauge. For its time, it offered good information. The Transalp, even though it's a motorcycle from a few years ago, is still an excellent companion for long trips. With no major surprises in maintenance and with an affordable cost in the used market, it makes it one of the best mid to large motorcycles for traveling in this range. For riders wanting to travel without sacrificing lightness or fuel efficiency, the Kawasaki Versys 300 is a bike that surprises more than expected. It may just be a 300, but anyone who's traveled with it knows this bike is tough. Beneath its adventurous style, it uses the same 296cc two-cylinder engine as the Ninja 300. It delivers 40 horsepower at 11,500 RPM and 2.6 kgfm torque at 10,000 RPM. With a high revving engine that stays consistent on highways, it's a sporty, rev-happy engine. In other words, you can easily maintain a cruising speed of 120 km per hour without straining or overworking the engine. The handling is a show on its own. The long travel suspension, 19-inch front wheel, and super ergonomic riding position make it one of the most comfortable small bikes for traveling. The seat is soft, the handlebars high, and the windshield cuts the wind. Everything is designed to keep the ride light and pleasant, even after hours on the road. Maybe you'll be a little bothered by the vibration since it's a high revving engine. At least it has 6 gears, which help ease that a bit. Kawasaki should have updated the Versys 300 to a 400 with the Ninja 400's engine, but that's for another video. And because it has this high revving engine, the Versys isn't the most economical bike in the world. Far from it. At a steady highway, speed up to 120 km/h, you can average 20 to 24 km per liter. The Versys features ABS on both wheels, which is crucial for trips. Its mixed dashboard isn't one of the most modern, but it provides all the necessary information. Currently, a 2018 Versys X300 costs between 23 and 25,000 Rs. And honestly, it's hard to find something so well balanced in this price range. Remember, the Tour version includes side cases and accessories. Research well and check out the full Versys 300X review video. I'll put a link in the card and description. Watch it later. But if you want something similar to the Versys 300 but spending even less, I recommend the old Tenere 250, right? It costs about 14 to 18,000 Rs for the first generations, okay? But you have to pay attention to its condition. Because since it's a motorcycle that's used a lot for daily commuting and already has quite a few years on it, you might end up with one that's been ridden a lot and hasn't had its maintenance done on time. But if you pay attention to that and get one that's been well taken care of, you can go for it without any worries. It's a brave little bike that never caused problems. People still miss it and Mara discontinued it. It uses the same 249cc single-cylinder engine as the Phaser and has 2.1 kgfm of torque. The performance is very balanced. It's not a racing bike, but it easily maintains 110 km/h without much vibration or engine strain. The best part is the fuel consumption. The Tenere 250 gets about 30 km per liter, so its 16-liter tank lets you travel over 400 km non-stop. Comfort is another strong point. The riding position is very relaxed, the seat is wide, and the suspension has a long travel which really helps on the rough roads of our big Brazil. Besides that, maintenance is simple, the parts are cheap, and the bike is known for being almost indestructible. Of course, it's not perfect. The digital dashboard is actually a bit too simple. It could have more information. Even so, the Tenere 250 is still one of the best cost-benefit options for those who want a reliable bike to travel without spending too much. You need to find one in good shape, okay? Is there a video of the Tenere 250 with Mandinha from the Old Testament? The videos are really old, okay? I'll leave the link in the description below and also in the card. Go watch it later. Guys, are they really that different? Seriously? To finish in style, I present a new option, the Super Meteor 650 from Royal Enfield. This bike embodies the open road with its classic design. This one is for those who enjoy traveling at the right pace, appreciating the journey, not just the destination. It comes equipped with the well-known 648cc twin-cylinder engine, the same one used in the Interceptor. In the Continental, it delivers 47 horsepower and 5.3 kgfm of torque, which comes on smoothly and makes the bike really enjoyable to ride. The smooth 6-speed gearbox features a slipper and assist clutch, making shifting more comfortable. The riding position stands out with a low seat, forward foot pegs, and wide handlebars, all made for long rides. The seat is very soft depending on the bike version. It comes with a basic split seat that's not great, but you can buy the comfort seat instead. Its weight, although not light, about 240 kilograms, is well distributed, which makes the bike stable and predictable in curves. And the 15.7-liter tank gives a pretty decent range for a 650. Besides that, the bike has a modern setup without losing its retro charm. A very minimalist, semi-digital dashboard with turn-by-turn navigation, full LED lighting, inverted front suspension, and disc brakes with ABS on both wheels. It perfectly blends classic style with modern technology. Priced between 35 and 38,000 Rs, the Super Meteor 650 is for those seeking a new motorcycle. With presence, an engine that delivers riding pleasure in every curve and plenty of comfort. It depends on the version. What about the optional features? There's a video about the Super Meteor, a launch video, and a video here with the pros and cons. I'll leave the link in the description and also in the card. Go watch it later. And I want to know your opinion. Did you like the list? Write it down here, especially if you've ever had any of them. And if you think there was a motorcycle missing in the video, write it down here too. Who knows, maybe we'll make a part 2, huh? Oh, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave a like to support us. Share this video in your WhatsApp groups and send it to your friend who's been delaying buying a motorcycle to travel with you. And if you want to give even more support to the channel, just become a member. Guys, with really affordable prices, you can take part in exclusive giveaways, get early access to content, and much more. Link is in the description. Up here, I'll leave a really cool video for you, and down here, I'll leave another one that I'm sure you'll like. See you next time, kisses.